My name's Nyssa Murray. I'm a proud Dunghutti woman from the Mid-North Coast, born and raised here in the Dharawal Nation. I've joined BlueScope about 2 months ago in a brand new exciting role, which is the First Nations Engagement Lead. And we look at 4 different strategic pillars, from community to employment to employee engagement and our supply chain. So we look at different initiatives of how we can actually build up our First Nations relationships. So our community pillar is something that we did today with Coomaditchie Uniting Aboriginal Corporation. We took out young Aboriginal students today from Coomaditchie out on a Steelworks tour so they can have exposure to what it would be like to work within BlueScope. Our community strategic pillar is about building relationships with our local Aboriginal communities, building relationships with the local traditional owners and our elders, and building on that relationship so that we have mutual respect.
We're at Coomaditchie United Aboriginal Corporation. We're in the hall here, and this is where we run the Ngaramura Project, which is a program for Aboriginal high school students. So I think Coomaditchie is really important to the local Aboriginal community. It's a hub where people come when they need assistance with things. It's also just a beautiful, welcoming environment. So I think the community as a whole really appreciate and enjoy coming to Coomie. I've worked at Coomaditchie now for almost 3 years. But the Ngaramura Project has been operating from here for 5 years. Over the years, BlueScope has come a long way with positions like Nyssa's position now there, whereas before there was nothing like that.
We're cultural development officers and we run a lot of different programs here. But one of the main ones are our ones with our school kids. I think it's a good thing for the kids to come here and have a break, especially if they're not making it at school, or they're a bit on edge at school. They can come here, relax a bit, and people talk with them, whatever problems they might have. Or we take them out on different programs, introduce them to different stuff, let them have chances of, learning how to dress for success, have interviews, learning to have interviews, stuff like that. And also they learn their culture, because they're the kids that put our books out. We're on to our 7th Dreaming Story book, and our school kids that come here are our artists. And those books are going all over the world. They're really important to us as a cultural centre. And it's the kids are actually learning their local dreaming stories through those stories that they're painting, they're actually painting.
It's really important for young people to know where they come from and where they fit into the community, and that's what Ngaramura and Coomaditchie do for them.
I used to be a student at Coomaditchie, do art, I used to teach Dig. I love my culture. I taught myself how to play Dig. Yeah, and then I do Aboriginal dancing myself. And a lot of doing art, and then we go to an art gallery as well, and where we sell the paintings off as well in Coomie, and the shirts get sold off. So we get to sell off a lot of Indigenous stuff. Open up for everyone, I love it. I get something out of it. But I enjoyed today. It was different experiences. The big flame, and it was rotating and steel, where you're lifting it up and it's always getting transferred every 30 minutes. Yeah, it's so interesting. About 20 years ago, my pop was doing that stuff.
I really enjoyed the tour. I found it really interesting. A lot of my family have worked at BlueScope, so it was really interesting to see what they'd actually talked about over the years. I loved the BOS. It looked like fireworks, so it was really pretty. And I also was thinking about the artists that work here at Coomie while I was on the tour, because although people don't think of BlueScope as being the prettiest place, I could see that you could get a lot of inspiration, because there was a lot of beauty there.
The participants had a lot of fun today. I think they got a different exposure and a different insight to what BlueScope is and how big BlueScope in operation is, and potentially what kind of roles or employment opportunities in their near future for them.
Businesses have come in, brought their workers in to get an understanding of Aboriginal people, Aboriginal culture. And when they leave here, they go, thank you very much, because I learnt more today than what I knew when I first walked in here. So that's a big plus to us.
I would really love to see stronger relationships, ongoing dialogue and consultation with our local community members, and really reflecting our community, our local Aboriginal community, within employment roles and also across our procurement sector, so within our supply chains.
When we started out painting in these colours, they said we weren't doing the traditional colours, but we're East Coast Aboriginal people, we're saltwater people. So we do these colours, and all the books that the kids have done show you that as well in those art pieces, in those books. So I think it's a really good thing, and it not only helps the Aboriginal people connect to their culture, it helps the non-Aboriginal people to connect to culture as well and get an understanding of Aboriginal issues and Aboriginal culture and the dreaming stories and the things that are important to our kids to grow up on and to know, especially if they're Aboriginal kids. And that connection is so important for them.